Listen, one thing that my partner knows about me, he knows, sometimes to a fault, all right? I am very sentimental. All right, now, obviously, I'm not a Mets fan, but I am incredibly sentimental. I love the games, but I love the stories, okay? And I got news for you. And I think most Met fans know this. To me, this is tonight, when you look at everything that's going on, all right, when you're taking one of the greatest New York pitchers of all time. And I've said for years, didn't see Prime Seaver, all right, didn't see him. But there's nobody that can tell me, and I will accept it, that on deGrom's best day, Seaver was better. Not hearing it. Doesn't apply. Same with Gooden, same with Guidry, same with Cone, same with Clemens, same with CC, same with Moose, same with Pettit, same with all of them, right? Every New York pitcher that I've seen in my lifetime on their best day is kind of looking up to deGrom. So what we have here, Tiki, all right, after a return of a year and now suddenly dropped in to the middle of a pennant race, this, number one, is what it's all about. From a sporting point of view, there's nothing better. And I'll tell you what, you can tell me about, no, maybe it's a step a little, I don't want to get nuts, but Jeter chasing 3,000, Jeter's final game, the Carmelo trade, Bernard King coming back for the final 6 games of the 86 season, Dwight Gooden's return, which I watched, I'll never forget this, comes out, Shea Stadium, June 6th, Pirates, 87, Welcome Back Cotter, blaring, right? We just heard the new version.
Yeah, I'm glad Dove found the Mace version.
Well, Dove didn't find it. We said, hey, Dove, he didn't know who Mace was.
We still had to find it.
This is one of those moments. Now, I don't know how he's going to pitch tonight. I'm not saying he's going 8 in the third. He's not. I'm not saying he's whiffing 13. I'm not. I'm not saying he's sprinkling 2 hits and utterly. I'm not saying that. But deGrom being back in a Mets uniform with what the Mets are chasing, dumped into the middle of a pennant race, this is as big as it gets. This is awesome.
I mean, bigger than the NBA draft for New York,
yeah,
which hasn't been really good lately. What about the NFL draft for New York? Especially last year. Zach Wilson, you finally got your quarterback, right?
Did we for sure? We hope.
I don't know.
We hope.
Is it bigger than those moments?
Listen, the answer is yes. The answer is yes.
We heard Buck Showalter say this.
Because of what it represents.
Yeah, we heard Buck Showalter say this all the way back on April 3rd. I don't think we have the sound on it, but I can read it. This is his quote. I look at it, talking about Jacob deGrom, obviously. I look at it, think about how strong he's going to be as the season progresses. That's a pretty good addition instead of a trade, Jacob deGrom. So Buck predicted this months ago when Jacob deGrom first got hurt. But I can't look at it, BT, just as a tiny counter to what you're saying. I understand the curiosity because Jake deGrom has not pitched in over a year. July 7th, I believe, was his last time on the mound in the major leagues. He's obviously had some rehab starts and things of that nature. But I look at this as more as a gauge to see how important he's going to be for this Mets team down the line. Now, I think he's a luxury because of Max Scherzer. Now, Max Scherzer had a little bit of a tough, once you got into the third inning, outing yesterday, but he was still Max Scherzer-ish. He had an off day, but they still won 7-3, so you're not really worried about Max Scherzer. Yeah, exactly.
Played the Nats.
I know, but my point is maybe they were playing the Nats. And, you just got to lose your focus on the intensity of it. It's not like he's pitching against Max Fried of the Atlanta Braves. So I think that they have a luxury of not needing Jacob deGrom to come in and be their ace.
I think that's nuts.
But I still believe that if they want to win a World Series, they need Jacob deGrom to be Jacob deGrom.
Well, then if he's Jacob deGrom, he's an ace.
I agree, but so is Max Scherzer. And so who
I think deGrom's better.
But
when deGrom's right, he's slightly better than Scherzer, in my opinion.
I mean, you're probably right because when you look at it fairly, Jacob deGrom could have won back-to-back Cy Youngs. The 2020 season screwed everybody up, and obviously it was an odd year. So, but he went back-to-back, but right before him, Scherzer went back-to-back. Now, Scherzer's got a little bit more age than deGrom, but Scherzer's been pitching like an ace. And so, but it's beside my point. My point is, if the Mets want to win a World Series, yes, they need Jacob deGrom to be an ace. So they have 2 of them. But this start, like today, as we look at Jacob deGrom's re-entry into the Mets lineup for the first time in over a year, I'm more of, God, I got to just wait and make sure he's healthy. And so it's the excitement is there, but it's not like I'm sitting on pins and needles saying, oh, this is going to be amazing. It's more like keeping my fingers crossed that he doesn't get hurt again.
I'm not saying
it's more anxious excitement.
Yeah, no, I get that part. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a lot of trepidation on the part. Listen, you flip on the game tonight, and every emotion's pulsating throughout your body. Sentimentality, hope, fear, excitement. No, there's no doubt. I mean, this is the entire emotional template. But, deGrom, listen, when you look, Tiki, when you really think about this, there's probably, and yeah, I can count guys that came from other teams. A-Rod was great, obviously. But when I look at like homegrown Yanks or Mets in my lifetime, the three that jump, David Wright was very special. But the three that jump out the most to me are, in no order, well, Mattingly won, obviously. That's my order. Mattingly, Gooden, and deGrom. Those are three guys. Now, because with deGrom, you get this. You got the Renaissance, the World Series appearance, but there's something to be said when things are tumultuous and your team's not very good. There's a reassuring comfort when a guy is there that you love. You look at this so differently than because you played.
Yeah.
We didn't play. You have to understand, our connection is through the TV. Our connection is through highlights.
I can see that.
Is through flipping a turnstile and walking into a stadium and investing, as small as it seems, in the grand scale of life. When you really think about it.
You're right, it is.
I mean,
it's just
sitting down.
It's just a few hours. Actually,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and watching whomever we are entranced with. And deGrom, hey, listen, I know that occasionally your partner can subscribe to a little hyperbole. I am aware of that. But I challenge anybody, I don't care how old you are, all right, to tell me, again, to refute the statement that when deGrom is right, so-and-so was better in New York. I will wait for the names because there's none. There's none.
Yeah.
And this is the guy, maybe, that is being dumped into a pennant race.
Yeah. So, by the way,
Get pumped.
That big maybe,
Off.
that
Get
maybe
pumped.
is why
Let's go.
I sit. You sound hollow. There you go.
Yeah, you do.
I did sound hollow.
I don't know what that was. But that maybe, BT, is why I sit and I'm not I'm excited, but I'm more anxious than excited.
What's Roberts doing? What is Evan Roberts doing right now? Is he like jogging to Washington, D.C.? I know he's going to tomorrow's game.
He's going to tomorrow's game.
Where's Evan?
I think right now he's probably doing a jog around his house. He's got a deGrom jersey on. He's probably warming up himself as we go because he's getting pumped for this game. Listen, it is a big deal. I won't lie. deGrom being back on the mound after over a year, the Mets fan is definitely at a high. But I don't want to overhype the moment, though. Why do I want to overhype the moment, though?
And that's what I feel like. You know why? You
guys are unbelievable.
You know why I don't want to.
You guys are pathetic.
But
That's
BT,
pathetic,
both of you guys are
BT.
pathetic.
This is why I don't want to overhype the moment, because the last thing I want is to be disappointed.
No,
As a Mets fan,
okay. But
right?
to overhype the moment is different than overhyping what you expect to see performance-wise. I'm talking about, now this could be a very fleeting thing. I'm talking about how you initially feel when he walks out and he steps on that bump tonight. I don't mean the box score. I don't mean 37 pitches in. I don't mean if it's laborious like it was last time up at AAA. I just mean seeing your guy back in a Mets uniform in a pennant race with Scherzer.
I probably will be, very giddy.
There should be no
probably very
probablys
giddy.
about it.
No. I'm saying, listen, I'm trying to be over temperamental. I try to be relaxed. I'll probably be very good. I'm going to be very good.
I mean, I hear what you're trying to say, BT. I really do.
I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to say anything. I just said it.
I know what the emotion is.
It's monstrous.
But
and I can't wait to watch it. I'm pumped.
It's just been so long.
He's great.
And of course he's
Greatness
I'm not
is amazing.
disputing his greatness. I'm not disputing
transcendently great
his
in this city.
endpoint, because without him the Mets aren't winning a World Series. They need because I mean they're not going to get a big bat. So,
By the way, Soto and Josh Bell are, it seems, as a quick aside, and
Dude,
listen,
what
we'll
the
get to
hell?
the Yankee stuff
Padres?
later. Yeah, maybe both are going to go to the Pods. It looks like it's very close, probably inside the 5-yard line. Josh Bell and Soto
They
to the
decided to
Padres.
spend money last offseason.
That's okay.
Now they're spending money at the trade deadline.
Uh-huh.
They are challenging.
They're going.
They are challenging the LA Dodgers.
They're going for
which
it.
they should, by the way. I mean,
Yep.
if you're committed to it, you might as well try it right now instead of just waiting. Let's just figure it out. But yeah, I hear you. But my point is, if the Mets want to win a World Series, Jacob deGrom needs to be right.
Yeah.
But this moment, for me, is more about Jacob deGrom being healthy as opposed to the
Being dominant.
excitement about him being back.
Okay, yeah, no, listen, Tiki,
That's what I care about
gravitate
more.
to different aspects of sport. I get it. Certain things resonate with me a little more than you.
Yeah.
You process things differently than me. No, I get that. But I do remember, I'll tell you, and it's a different emotion because when Dwight Gooden was in rehab, and I'll never forget this, when he walked out, and this is from a Yankee fan, when he walked out on that mound and you got welcome back Connor blaring, and he didn't pitch great. He wasn't vintage Doc against the Pirates. It was palpable. Now, if it was at Citi Field tonight, it's even more. I get that.
Yeah.
It's at the Nat, and Soto's probably not even going to be there, so there'll be no buzz in the building. Understood. But this guy, if he is able, and it's a monster if he is able to reclaim his place at the top of his sport, wow. You cannot. I may have overstated a few things for some. You cannot overstate that last statement that I just made. If he's able to reclaim his place in this sport as the best pitcher in the game, which he irrefutably was, it's on. It is on. And the Mets have a real chance then to win the World Series. Unless, of course, they play the Yankees. Then they'll lose again. 877-337-6666. Hey, we're inside of our Town Fair Tire studio. Friends at Town Fair remind you that at Town Fair, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. I can see Evan sleeping in his Jacob deGrom footy pajamas.
Oh, he definitely
His
has
onesie.
Mets pajamas, no questions asked.
Jets all fired up. His
And
son.
a Mets nightcap or something like that for sure.
Exactly. Like the 1800s, like the Nike, exactly. All right, let's get to the phones. You guys got to be absolutely pumped. We'll obviously get to the Yankees and their big moves and what it means for them later. First up, Jeff is in Fairfield. Jeff is on the Fan. What's happening, Jeff?
Tiki, Tierney, listen, I called you a few weeks ago about trading deGrom. But I'm telling you what, let's go, baby. Tonight's the night, Pete. First pitch going to be 99 and above. We're just going to be pumping smoke. Give me 6 2/3, 8 Ks. DeGrom's back. Mets are winning it all. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, he does that. He's off the mound by a 2 1/3. So you don't want that. By the way, do you feel bad about wanting to jettison your favorite and best pitcher in the history of the franchise? You want to get rid of him.
After seeing all these moves now around the league, I really do hope they make a move. But I do, now that I know he's coming back, obviously we hope he's healthy, but we need him. There's no doubt about it.
Jeff, how
We
much
do have to-
Jeff, how much attention you paying to the radar gun? Because, I brought this up and others obviously noted it. 95, 96 at Syracuse. Was he doing that by design? Was it just not there? The radar gun tonight. I mean, is that the focal point?
I think early on it's going to be, because if he's throwing triple digits in the first inning, it could be obviously adrenaline, but we kind of, like Tiki just said, he can't go 2 1/3.
Yeah.
We need him. We need a quality start here, just to give us a little, because what are we going to say tomorrow? Are we going to say, oh, he came out in the third, is he okay? Or he pitched
I get
7
it.
innings,
Oh, listen, Jeff, don't get me wrong, and thanks for the call there, but as enthused as I am for you as Met fans to watch this, there's absolutely the possibility of the other side of the coin, and that is utter despair.
And by the way,
if he slinks off that mound,
that's why
and he's holding his shoulder.
That's
the risk that you run when you love something.
That's why I would be nervous. That's why I feel nervous.
I get it,
and I don't want that to happen, but I'm just nervous that it will. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying he's coming back, dumping 101 first shoot. He's striking out 11 guys. I don't know how he's going to pitch. I'm talking about the symbolism of the return.
Yeah, I just can't get past the result. It's like I'm looking at the result before I'm looking at the fact that he's getting on the mound.
Let's get Mark in Middletown. He's up on the fan, Tiki and Tierney. Mark, how you doing today, bud? What's up?
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
What's up, Mark?
We're good, Mark.
Appreciate the love you're giving the Metsies today, BT, but I love deGrom, but we're not going to put him ahead of the franchise. No, sirree, baby. No way. You got to toe that bump on a consistent basis. That's what makes greatness. Like Jeter played all the time. Mariano played all the time.
No question.
Fever, 231 complete games. Jake won't even have 231 wins.
Hey, I got news for you, by the way, Mark. There's also a chance, this is the other side, so there's really three sides of the coin. There's also the side of the coin that nobody wants to get into today, that you guys are watching maybe his final 7-8 starts 9 as a Met.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't want to think that.
Well, he reiterated
we don't want
again.
to think that.
He said he's opting out.
And he said it 10 times. Mark, he's opting out. And that's why, this emotional...
So wait, is it a complicated emotion then?
It's incredibly complicated. There's the potential high of seeing the best pitcher in baseball reclaim his throne.
Yes.
There's the possible angst of him not being healthy again, okay? And then that's it. And then there's the real possibility of despair of him leaving in a couple of months.
And sandwiched in between those last two is it the fact that the Mets are chasing a World Series.
Which is what makes it incredibly riveting. That's where I'm at. Let's go. Where's that welcome back song? Let me hear that again going to break. Let's get this going. Come on. Where we at? Welcome back. Give me a little beat there, Dove. DJ Dove in the house. Now pitching for the Mets.
I love this song.
Dude, that's a great beat. Two-time up your nose with a rubber hose. Oh. I used to love this show, but I know this is not really from the show. But, it is, but it's not. What a great show. What was the budget on Welcome Back, Cotter? Besides nothing.
Nothing.
They were in a classroom or they were in a hallway.
Live audience.
Or Gabe Kapler's apartment.
That's right.
877-337-6666.